Hello, SQ.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. No trading. When you watch it, it's okay. I'm not eating that. That's pretty good. So I don't use that one. Right, you just be happy.
I like the character design.
Hello guys, please join the queue for seconds, please. Hello guys, if you want seconds, you can join the queue, please. Your cups and plates, can you put them in the bin?
Hey, Robin Hood. In the building. He's right here, one. Are you guys first? No, straight straight. Yeah, go straight.
I've got queue for you. I need to stand here talk now. Queue for me. What is
Because typically the flags are like 3
Okay, guys, please start seconds now, please.
Yeah, there's definitely some visual changes from like the other.
Maybe lost me. I might get lost me. They're very young, man. You have your offer.
And seconds, we don't give up. So keep your fox, please. If you throw it away, problem for you. No, I'm serious. Second, we don't give up. Unless you tell. Next time, you don't throw your fork away, please. Please.
Meat, please.
Meat, please.
Hey, come, hey.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It looked dated even when it came out. Last good game of Yep. Well, I think they made Astral Chain too, which I've heard is good. I've yet to play, but I've heard that game's good. Well, Xbox has Xbox has a mandate across their studios from that Sarah Bond chick who's like the president of Xbox now, the black woman. And they basically mandated to all of their studios to not have traditionally attractive women in their games because it's harmful. So they view sexually attractive women in their video games as harmful. So there's like a mandate across all their studios to make ugly women, basically. So, yeah. Xbox cannot go out of business fast enough, if you ask me. I genuinely despise them as a gaming company. They ruined everything I loved, and now they bought up everything else to ruin it too. So, let it all burn, man. That's all I can say now. Burn it to the ground. It's not worth saving. It ain't worth saving. Yep, Call of Duty will just keep getting worse. How are you gonna get the ball? Why make a Switch killer when you don't need a console to play Xbox games? And the thing is, it's not even going to be a Switch killer because it's going to be like $900. So all these little tards that freaked out over a $450 Switch 2, do you really think they're all going to be like, let's pay double that for an Xbox? That's actually just a gaming PC with an Xbox button on it. It's like, no, they're not. It's just, it's foolish. But, you know, can't tell them nothing, man. They obviously know what they're doing. They've been so wildly successful up until this point. What could go wrong? Yeah, and it's not even an Xbox is the funny thing. It's just another one of those ROG allies that didn't even sell 500,000 units. So, the ROG ally didn't even sell 500,000 units. People are saying that this is, you know, Xbox's saving grace. It's just comical. Truly comical. astronauts have been shooting themselves in the foot for the past 10 plus. Yeah, dude, ever since Philip came in charge, it's just been disaster after disaster. And Donald Herb with D10. Call me sexist, but now when I see women in games or films as the lead, I just find it hard to care about these games / films, even if it's good. The girl boss trope ruined female leads for me. Yeah, every time I see a woman beat up a man, I just, like, die inside. I'm like, bro. It's just, there's no way I can suspend disbelief to that level anymore. I can't do it anymore. It's just, like if a 95-pound woman punched you in the face, it might hurt a little bit, but it sure as shit ain't gonna knock you out. And then you're just gonna pimp slap the fuck out of her, knock her on her ass, and you can just curb stomp her. It would be so, like, it's just idiotic. It's like that scene in Uncharted 4 where Nathan Drake and his brother get their ass beat by that one black chick. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, dude, she would take one swing at them and then be on her fucking ass after one of them decided to hit back. There's no feasible scenario where one skinny-ass woman can take down two full-grown men, no matter how well-trained she is. There is a reason why all fighters across all fighting styles have weight classes, because weight is the most important factor when it comes to fighting. If someone has a weight and height advantage on you, you are greatly outmatched. Not to mention if it's a male fighter versus a female who has a much harder hit and can also get hit a lot fucking harder. So it's just idiotic, man. Absolutely idiotic. Donald Herb with the 2, bow to your queen. That's right. The greatest game of the generation, man. Truly 10 out of 10 quality. God of Snore Ragnarok is a modern masterpiece. Yeah, exactly. Nathan Drake had been fighting for years. He grew up on the street having to fight to survive. And some little fucking, nothing black chick comes and beats him up and his brother at the same time. Like, yeah, bullshit. They would beat the ever-living fuck out of her. It's just moments like that make you roll your eyes to the point where you're looking at your brain. You're just like seeing it kill itself in real time. Oh yeah, Lost Legacy. And then the new Uncharted will be Drake's daughter. Because they couldn't give him a son, so the family lineage would die with him. Isn't that nice? Just more subversion from Neil Cuckman. To say fuck you to the fans. That shit was so bad, I deleted it from my Steam account. The new Colossus was wild, bro. That was just disgusting. That is one of the most repulsive games I have ever fucking seen. So yeah, I deleted it. It's gone. I have the first two still. Oh my god, yeah, that was like beyond Jewish propaganda. Dear Lord, bro. That goes well into the well and above the typical believe that a gas chamber had a wooden door type shit. Like, holy fuck, man. That makes a gas chamber with a wooden door make sense. Or an escape hatch, but don't tell anyone about that in the floor. They only caught it in the 70s. Did you guys know that there's actually no standard gas chambers? They built them after. FYI. That's why there's claw marks in the concrete. It's fake. It didn't exist. The Soviets built them after they liberated the camps. None were left standing.
Alright, I'm not saying anything, but yeah, it's pretty normal day out here. Got mobile data working, as you can hear. I'm listening to a live stream about gaming.
Yeah, like, for example, the original claim with Auschwitz was that it killed 4 million people, and they had a plaque out front that said that. They said that 4 million people died there, and they changed the number to 2 million, then they changed it to 1 million, then they changed it to like 200,000 or something. So over the years, they have dramatically lowered the estimated number of dead at Auschwitz, but they've never adjusted the overall number. So if you go from 4 million to 200,000, wouldn't the overall number of deaths also decrease if you're having that dramatic of a cut? I don't know. Call me crazy, but that seems to be how math works.
Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. This gray shirt feels better.
Yeah.
The orange shirt is a disaster. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't got headaches from it.
With that, but my issue.
So much fucking EMF going on. I don't fucking know
The thing
what the
is,
fuck
this is what I'll
happened.
say.
It's worse than
It
before,
definitely happened,
actually.
but the extent to which it happened is massively overstated. It is massively overstated. So, yeah. Well, one of my favorite memes is like Ben Shapiro with like, you know, some shit. He's like, oh, dude, it happened 50 years ago, it happened 60 years ago. Picture of the Holocaust. Like, that happened 80 years ago. We can't forget.
Yeah, I don't know what to do about the Save 50. I'm kind of tired of dealing with the Wi-Fi problem.
It happened 50, 60, 70
I might just go ahead and put TWRP on it and flash something else, because I mean, we're not going to get any help around here.
The double standards are insane.
Changing that firmware, highly unlikely.
The double standards are
And
insane.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to do with it. It's just so
That's the thing.
disruptive,
So it wasn't like,
and it happens so often. I can't run it like that anymore. So, and I need to use it as well. I need it working. I need it running correctly. So I think I'm just gonna put the WRP on it and install something else.
Tight as No, they definitely died of hunger. Feel like that. Towards the end of World War II, everybody was running out of supplies. The Allies could feed prisoners of war in like certain areas, and a lot of them died of hunger. They were running out of supplies. You got to remember, towards the end of the war, they were completely cut off. So, of course, you're not going to feed prisoners over your own troops. That's a given. I'm getting Ben Shapiro after you group is over. That'd be fun. That would be fun. Benny Boy can't play emotional arguments with me, so it'd be funny. I don't think he's ever I don't know, maybe he has, but I have pure apathy towards shit like that. I genuinely don't fucking.
Some of them are very excited because I'm getting rid of their boss. They really hate their boss.
People died, argument.
They go to work every day.
Genuinely, people die.
They go to work every day hating their boss, and they're very happy now.
You know, the Soviets butchered how many millions of Germans after World War II? They butchered how many of their own
very
fucking
excited.
people?
More
They
excited than
starved
I am.
out tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions.
Honestly,
But, you know,
I don't think
the
there's anything that
ultimate
can
evil
actually
guy
surprise me
that
at the end of
killed
this.
Probably a million people with this.
It's going to be very, very difficult.
The selective outrage is quite convenient because we all know
Surprise me with anything, really,
particular
at this point.
lineage most of the Soviets came from, so it doesn't fit the victim narrative. I don't know.
I can't fucking breathe, man. Yeah, this gray shirt is a little better, but
I genuinely don't care.
not by much.
Simple as that.
Not much right now.
If you're gonna concern troll about every single injustice that occurs worldwide, you'll just, you know, run yourself down to nothing. Because bad shit always fucking happens. There's only so much you can control in life. And there's no point in freaking the fuck out about stuff that doesn't affect you. You gotta pick your battles. About the communist tyranny that Stalin led, because the communists control Hollywood.
What I noticed too is that I think that Vodafone is
why do I think
specific to this export? I don't think it's going to work on anything else.
It's become legal.
I can try it.
You no longer deal with the never mind. But yeah.
Yeah, I can try it. Let's try O2 and see if it does the same thing. Sometimes you get mobile data temporarily on O2 as well. It will give you about 2 seconds of it.
You might be using
You know, you're not going to load a web page that fast on O2, but
it's refunding. I don't know.
it does give you temporary mobile data.
31, it was arguably worse. And they were
maybe it doesn't. Who knows?
Yeah, they went through China like a hot knife through butter. But looking back on it, it was warranted. Yeah, we should have teamed up with Japan. Been like, yeah, let's carve up China together.
Basically, you're cool with it.
I think it was just like.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that's kind of crazy to think about. If you look at World War II from a pure loss of human life perspective, allowing the Soviet Union to have a, you know, lasting place in the world, like let's say, you know, we reversed the roles and we had teamed up with the Axis instead of the Allies. If we would have wiped out the Soviet Union, the loss of life in the subsequent decades would have been reduced compared to any amount of people the Nazis would have potentially killed. Like, if you think about it, you know, how many hundreds of millions of people died at the hands of, you know, Soviet rule compared to, like, how many people would have died, you know, let's say if the Nazis had won World War II and they had taken over France, Poland, and, you know, a few other places here and there. Like, do we really think that it would ever even get close to the number that communism would
Same
take?
shit, different day.
I don't think
Same
so,
fucking
man.
idiots are walking everywhere.
So if you evaluate the outcome of World War II and just the
Every
basis
20 feet
of
you run
loss
into a group of them.
life, we got the worst possible ending. The communists, you know, in Russia alone killed hundreds of millions of people, most likely, and then in China, same story. And we don't even know if those numbers are accurate, man, because we have
gotta
no way
poop
of actually
today.
measuring them.
We ate,
Those numbers were concealed. Those are just estimates.
there was nothing in the
most
food
likely they were
yesterday.
far greater than what's officially
I think it was the cheese it,
So,
I think it was the cheese it, I ate some
World War
cheese
II,
it,
I
what
think
did I
we
eat
look back on
yesterday?
probably and say it did a lot more harm
I
than
don't know, it
good
was something,
long term.
the food was good though, yesterday it was good with the burger place.
Yeah, Patton said we defeated the wrong enemy.
They had good
so
chicken,
he wanted to go into
potatoes
Russia
and
and wipe
stuff.
every single one of them out.
stuff like that. Got a good sandwich as
And
well.
that's when he mysteriously died. Oh no, wow. How did that happen?
So I'm not sure what the
Oh, he was absolutely right.
X-lax stuff,
Yeah, no. Communism is an
or the
evil
other X-lax
ideology.
stuff is coming from.
You know, even prior to World
Got
War II,
86% on the
it
S22,
led to the death, I think,
full
of like
brightness,
40
camera
million
running, taking pictures. GMS is running as well.
purposeful starvation.
GMS
So, I mean, if you want a truly
is
evil
running.
ideology,
I don't know if they're running because a nearby share.
that's why every unironic Marxist should just be lined up against a wall and shot.
It was GMS was
Thanks, big eye.
idling
Like,
high
Marxism needs to be
on Android 14.
completely eradicated.
Don't know what the fuck that was
And
about.
I'm not talking about changing hearts.
That memory exploit, whatever they were doing to close the gallery,
Putting their hearts 6 feet
it was
under
causing,
the ground and making
it
sure
was
they
giving
stop.
GMS
That's
something
the only way you get
to
rid of that problem.
idle the phone high by 600, 700 milliamps on 14 when I had 14 on the S22. So, you know, be aware. Be aware, 14 is junk.
The victor gets to tell the story. That's history.
Be aware, 15 is probably worse.
100%.
15 might be worse. Yeah, it was. I was running GMS and I saw a high idle of 600, 700 milliamps from GMS
Did he
on 14.
actually say that, or is that one of those quotes?
Never saw that before on any, you know, it's not supposed to do that for any reason. But it was. It's probably that memory exploit with the closing of the gallery.
Kennedy described Hitler as the the stuff of legends, one of the most significant figures who ever lived, while acknowledging his menace to the peace of the world. Complex, nuanced. I think he just said, well, it's one of the most significant figures who ever lived. Okay, yeah, that's a little different, but significant doesn't mean great. It just means, you know, important. Well, the thing is, you know, what he accomplished in Germany in such a short amount of time economically is like nothing short of a miracle. So economically, yeah, the whole, like, you know, turnaround of the German state was incredible. So very few people have ever done something like that.
BMW is in
Donald
Trafalgar
Trump's
Square.
fine, I'm not saying I agree or like
BMW
anything, but with how biased
is
the
in
media
Trafalgar
is, I wonder
Square
how
today.
bad certain people are in the industry. Oh, yeah, like FDR or Winston Churchill, two absolute shining examples of, you know, excellence according to certain people. Yeah, no. Dude, Winston Churchill and Roosevelt are probably worse than Hitler, if we're being honest.
I gotta put on my shorts. Washed the socks again from yesterday.
The sad thing is, bro, is World War II was completely avoidable. That's the thing, is what did it accomplish? Nothing. You know, we started World War II because of Poland. And what happened at the end of World War II? Poland ended up in the hands of the Russians instead of the Germans. So, literally nothing that was supposedly the cause of World War II was fixed by the war. It was all just an excuse to take out Germany. So, and once again, amass more wealth and control in the hands of the few. No, Pearl Harbor was an inevitability.
I think I'm missing a rag. rather than get a gray one.
So socialism and communism are different in a sense. The thing that really ruined the West is Marxism. Whether you want to brand that as socialism or communism, like, that's kind of like two similar things, but they're different. Marxism is what destroyed the West, specifically cultural Marxism. So that's where all your DEI, fucking affirmative action, welfare, you know, racial bias. Tell the courts to shove it and start sending all these fucking people back. Send down the death squads and be pardon every single one. But who knows, man? We'll see. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful Friday and a great start to your weekends. And I'll talk to everybody later. What's up, guys?
Yeah, that's the standard. I can't remember what you said. Yeah, we haven't.
Yeah, this orange shell is full of shit. And I only had it on for a day. I kept it on for a day and I took it off. Oh, fuck. I am sweating bullets. I can't even put my clothes on. I got so much fucking moisture in my boiler suit and clothes. Oh my god. Oh my god. I had to make another script for the themes on the A52 because that's what it is, man. That thing is it's disconnecting. If you run service calls on this A52 on themes, Theme Center, Theme Store, it will disconnect tethering. Completely disconnected. Understand? And it's the strangest thing, you know. I mean, there's no other Samsung phone that has done this that I had, and I had all of them. I had all of them up to the S22. So, granted, I'm broke. I had all of them. So, it's don't know what the fuck is going on with this thing. It's I had to write another script for it. It's I don't know. That's what it does. It just knocks out tethering, completely knocks it out. It's something to do with ADB, the ADB service, tethering. Yeah, I don't know. No other Samsung phone has done that so far, except the A52. Oh my God, I can't breathe.